Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the COMPLXITY Podcast. This is our first episode. Me and Ian, we started this podcast. We are joined today by Jan or BILLYANNAIRE. Like, I don't know, what do you go by the most? Like,
Most people nowadays they call me Billionaire.
yeah, so yeah, we have BILLYANNAIRE with us. Introduce yourself.
Uh, I'm Jan Olivier the Good. My name is Billionaire on Instagram and any other social media platform. I'm 17 years old, and I'm guess what you would consider a influencer in the Haitian community.
Okay. So, like, we wanted to just get to know you. So, like, what got you into, like, what was your motivation to, like, what made you start doing what you do?
Honestly, I was at school one day, and I don't remember what happened. It was probably some drama like every other day,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, "Yo, this is annoying. Like it's always the same thing, same
Yeah,
routine. It's
yeah.
drama, blah blah blah, fights, blah, blah. It's always the same thing." And I was like, "Yo, there has to be better to life than this. What I'm going through right now." And then I spent like a few months. I ghosted everybody. Everybody thought I died or moved out the country. But I was just sitting by myself. Even at school, I would just be reading books 24/7. I spent like 6 months doing that straight, learning and learning and learning. And then that's when it just clicked and my mindset completely changed forever. And
Okay.
yeah, that was the beginning, basically.
And then, like, how did it develop with, like, your friends or whatever? Like, how did they react to it and stuff like that?
Yeah, you're always gonna find the people that are gonna be like, what does he think he's doing? Oh,
Yeah.
he actually thinks he's gonna make it. Oh, he did that. Oh, this and that. Like, there's always gonna be those people. But then my real friends, the ones I was the closest to, they were like, "Damn, can you teach me? Like, I want to know. I wanna change too. Like, can you teach me?" And then
Okay.
I told them what to do, and then everybody leveled up. Everybody changed. Everybody was starting to read books. We were starting businesses left and right, and that's basically how we all started.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I saw also that you started Breadwinners, which was
Yes.
like it was like a group of people who were also wanted to influence and had the same mindset as you want, had the
Hmm.
entrepreneurs mindset. And like, what can you say about the Breadwinners?
Yeah. I get that question often. Is like, what is breadwinners? What is it for? Like, it's not just. I mean, it's going to be a clothing brand, but it's
Okay.
not just a clothing brand. It's bigger than that. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of life, basically. Like, you can't be a breadwinner if you're doing mediocre stuff. You have to be ready. You have to live that 1% lifestyle. You have to be ready to take the risks. You have to put yourself out there. Do what you gotta do. You
What?
can't just.
So it was because before I would see it, and people you would post, like, you guys would post stuff, like motivational stuff, and like video editing and all those different type of stuff. But what happened to it? And I don't know if that's, yeah. What happened to it?
Basically, there's school. Many people started going to college, and college is, for me personally, is just a big distraction for me. And then that basically took us off of balance. But we've been talking about it a lot recently, and we have a lot of projects for this year when this Corona stuff passes. But yeah, we're definitely gonna make a comeback for sure.
All right, so that leads into, like, one of the questions me and Ian were preparing is college, because we've seen you talk about, how, like, oh, and correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, I don't wanna. I'm not sure if
Hmm.
I'm getting this 100% right, but, like, college is maybe like a waste of time, or it's not necessary and stuff like that. How do you, like, what can you tell us about that?
Okay. See, when I talk about college, I know the topic is very sensitive, so I always say like for me, because not everybody experiences the same
Yeah,
thing. Not
yeah,
everybody wants to be a business owner. Some people they just want to be lawyers, nurses, and for that you have to go to college,
definitely.
and that's okay. But for me personally, with the entrepreneurial mindset and the business mindset, I don't think I need college. It's not necessary because to me, you can't study business. You can't. It's something like you have to go out there and do, And as you're doing it, you're gonna keep on learning and getting better with all the failures and everything. But studying, sitting in a classroom, reading from a book is not really gonna teach you, especially in this modern world where social media runs everything. School doesn't teach you about those type of stuff. They teach you old tricks, but what about the new ones? How are we gonna survive with
Yeah,
this new
but
world that we're living in?
you don't think that not going to college is a disadvantage, and you don't think that not going to college is gonna like slow you down?
It depends if you have a plan. I believe that if you have a plan and you're like ready to commit 100%, that you're gonna be okay. As long as you know that it's not gonna be easy at all. There's gonna be times where you're gonna be doubting yourself. You're gonna fail a lot, but as long as you keep getting back up and keep trying, you're gonna be good.
I mean, because for me, I've always seen college as like something that you have to go to, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I, eight out of 10 jobs are gonna ask you for a like 8 out of 10 jobs that you really want to do. They're gonna ask you for a college diploma, or yeah, half the time it's gonna be a college diploma, right? So
Yeah.
I've been thinking when you like before you came on, I was thinking to myself like maybe he does have a point, and I just can't really get to that point because for
Yeah.
me, like half the jobs you're gonna apply for are gonna tell you you need a college diploma,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
yeah, so my point
But
is like
I
why
don't know if
like
you've noticed,
mhm.
but the companies, the like some of the biggest companies have been starting to switch that around.
Yeah,
Companies like Google, Apple,
Apple, Tesla,
if you
yeah,
pay
Tesla too.
attention, exactly, if you
Yeah,
pay attention, you're gonna see that they no longer require college degree,
yeah,
and they're onto something because there's some people that can't afford to get a college degree, but it's not that they're dumb. They're very smart, but they
yeah.
just can't get a college degree. So why should that stop them from trying to better their lives?
All right,
And that's
now
like my biggest problem.
here's because okay, so the company is like let's take Tesla, right? I
Hmm.
personally, this is what I think, right? I don't have the facts, I don't know, right? But I'm thinking that if there's two people who are equally qualified, right? Let's say there's a test, okay? And
Hmm.
they get the same grade on the test. I personally think that they're going to take the person who went to college.
And
I,
you're probably right.
yeah. So
You're probably right.
why, if you can afford it, right? And if it's
Hmm.
not too much of an like a bother and inconvenience, why not just go to college? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think college is a. I think you're gonna come out of college knowing more than you knew when you came in, right? So I don't think you go into college and you come out the same. Honestly, I think
Of course
that
not.
yeah. So why like strip yourself from that opportunity if you
And I'm
can
gonna tell
afford
you.
it and you
I'm gonna
have the
tell you.
time. Yeah, tell me.
Um, Me personally, I feel like college takes a toll on my mental health, and that's like something I don't play with. I put my mental health above
Okay.
everything. And it's like I just went through my first 2 semesters, almost done with the second semester. It's like at some point in the semester, I would find myself literally having breakdowns before going to class,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't even know why. It was because of the pressure and the stress, and it was a everyday thing. Like it was consistent, and it
Mhm.
got so overwhelming
Yeah.
that it's like, yo, why am I putting myself through all this stress for a grade?
Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
are you
So
in? Okay, so to you're in college right now, right?
mm-hmm.
Why? Like, this might be a hard question to answer to because I know there's a lot of like factors that come in play, but like,
Mm-hmm.
if you could drop out today, would you?
Yep.
Why haven't you dropped out?
I haven't talked to my parents about it yet.
Do you think they would be supportive of you? Do you think they would let you drop out?
Um, it depends. If they hear what I have to say, then that's the thing. You see, me, I can only hope that they support me.
Yeah.
You never know, especially with Haitian parents. You never know, but I can only hope that they support me. But if they don't, then it's okay too. It
Yeah.
is what it is at the end of the
How
day.
how how did they support you when you first started? Like when you first wanted to like inspire people, did you talk to your parents at all? And like were they behind you the whole time,
Oh yeah,
like
they
helping
always
you?
support me. They always supported me. They always pushed me. So they already know what type of stuff I'm into and what actually makes me happy. So yeah, they've always supported me. That's for sure.
Okay. So I have a. I don't want it to seem like. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask the question, right?
Yeah, just ask it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it was yesterday or before yesterday. You were posting about how kids these days they let like the party life control them, right?
hmm
And
hmm
they feel uncomfortable when they can't go to a party and they have to sit at home because like the party life is their comfort zone, right?
hmm
But that like you say that, yet I think it was like last week you were posting about how like you miss Haiti and you miss the parties and stuff like that. So in my head, like, and it's not even to like try to
hmm
attack you or whatever. It's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
in my head, I'm like where do you draw the line when like, oh, I like parties, but I'm also gonna tell people that the party life is not like good for you, or
That's
you
the
know.
thing. It's not that the party life isn't good. It's just you have to find that balance. You have to find the balance. You can't be only partying, and yet you never have a moment to sit down and think, damn, okay, what do I want for my life? What do I want for myself? You know? You have to have those moments of self reflection. It can't only just be fun. Life is not all about fun only. There has to be the balance. And I feel like once you don't know how to find that balance and you're only one sided, it's gonna take a toll on you eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Ethan.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I remember when you had what basically you got hacked or something, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
lost your old account. We had a lot of followers, and you started this new
Mm-hmm.
one. And I remember on your old account, you actually posted a lot more. You posted a lot, and for a
Yeah.
moment, you had deleted a lot of them. And then
Yeah.
I for a moment I thought you had stopped. Like you're sometimes you're just posting pictures or something, quick stories, but you weren't as like you
I
weren't
wasn't
pushing
as
it.
active.
As
You
Yes.
weren't
consistent.
as
Yeah,
active
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like what
Exactly.
happened during that time period where you weren't
School
really.
happened.
Mm.
You were in
Exactly.
Haiti. You weren't
That's
in Haiti anymore, right? You were in the States, right?
exactly. I was in the
Oh,
States already. That's what I'm saying. School was taking a toll on my mental health and it kept me from doing things I loved. And that's where it became a problem for me, you know? Like, because I remember I used to post all the time, like you guys said,
yeah.
and then I just stopped. It's like I couldn't anymore. It was too much for me. Like I couldn't even do that, and it just bothered me. So yeah, that's why for me, school is just a problem. Once it gets in the way of my mental health and the things that make me happy, I don't know. You gotta go.
What about high school? Do you think like high school is good and college is bad, or just school in general?
um, no, I don't have a problem. Like everybody needs like at least you need basic knowledge. Like high school is not that hard. High school, I feel like everyone should go through it because, and then again, some people might not think that. Some people might think like they could drop out and whatever. It's up to you, honestly. But at least stick it through high school. Like high school is not that big of a deal. Now, if you don't want to continue to college, that's something else. But high school, yeah, I would say you should do high school.
So you're saying that high school has like the basics and all, right? But college should be like optional, or society shouldn't be pressuring you to go to university, right?
Yeah, I mean, society definitely shouldn't pressure you to go to university because it's really not for everybody. Not everybody can handle it. So yeah,
What
But
are you doing in college right now? Like
I'm learning business administration, but I'm actually gonna change my major to film production.
film product. Do you think you're gonna do the 4 years of college, or do you think you're gonna eventually drop out?
I don't know yet. I don't want to say something and that's not what it is.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I really
Yeah,
don't know.
because right now you're doing business and stuff, and you want to switch in the future. Right now, you're not
Exactly.
interested in business. You don't like what you're doing in college right now, and you're switching to film. You want to study about film,
Hmm.
but so okay. So when you want to do film, but like, what kind of film do you want to do? Like movies, or because I seen you post sometimes you're editing videos and stuff like
Fabrice
that
too, right?
with
Yeah.
Christoto and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not movies, but it's like those travel videos or
Yeah.
the videos they for companies like the
Yeah.
ads and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Like the
Those type of
ads.
videos. Basically, it start a social media marketing agency with
Hmm.
what I know, and go from there.
What's your? I wanted to ask you because I know that around the Breadwinner, like around that era or like that period, you and
Hmm.
Fabrice, you guys were extremely close, right? And I don't know if you
Hmm.
guys are close still or not, but you guys were very close, like on social media. Like, what's your
Hmm.
relationship with him now?
That's my brother. That's my brother. We talk literally every day. This dude will FaceTime me at like 4 a.m. and he'll be like, "Yo, look at this edit I just finished. Let me get your opinion." And I do the same. And it's an ongoing friendship that I think will last forever, honestly, because we are literally like that's one of my closest friends, one of my go-tos. I know I can always count on him. That's for sure. Nothing has ever changed.
That's interesting. What? This is okay. So, we're here to ask questions. I'm gonna ask it. What do you
Yeah.
think about like? Cause Fabrice he smokes a lot, right? And
Hmm.
I don't necessarily think smoking. I don't think it benefits you, right?
Hmm.
But I don't think it gives you a disadvantage at like necessarily, right? Obviously, I'm not a scientist. I don't know all the facts, right? But what do you
Hmm.
like? What's your opinion on just smoking and smoking weed and stuff like that?
Honestly, I don't I don't think it's a problem as long as you know like how to control yourself and it doesn't keep you from doing the stuff you have to do, because I know some people they smoke but they do everything. They are on point with their life.
Yeah.
They're on track to keep everything up, but some
Hmm.
people when they start it keeps them from doing anything. They slack, they
Yeah, they
sleep
get
a lot, they get
lazy.
lazy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So as long as you're like the first type of person where you're on your stuff all the time, you don't slack, then you're good. You're good.
Cause to me, I really see it like as long as I feel like if you just do it too much, you get really lazy, right? I feel like even if you're very like even if you're very consistent and you're very
Mhm.
like prominent with your work, I still
Mhm.
feel like it's gonna like I still feel like eventually it's just gonna like make you become more lazy and it's gonna make your work more like slacky and just and
Mhm.
make your work worse, right? Because it's proven, right? I could pull out any textbook, I could Google it. It's proven that excessive like smoking like weed or marijuana or
Mhm.
whatever makes you more lazy, right? And makes you more slow. So
Mhm.
I'm like, do you truly think that there in any way like as long as the person is like consistent with their work, do you think that like smoking won't slow them down in any way?
To be honest, I have two people that come to mind when you say that I know they smoke like excessively,
Yeah.
like almost literally every day. And those two people, I don't think I've ever seen them being lazy.
Mm.
I don't I
I
don't
have an
think.
example of that.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
I think I might know who you're talking about. And this person, I've met them. I talk to them a lot. And this person is also very like when I speak to them, I find them very very inspirational. Like when I was with them, they were pushing me to work harder and stuff like that. And I think for them, I think it all depends on the person
Mhm.
because some people they can be lazy and stuff like that, but they use it like as an excuse. But I know some people that use it and they say that it pushes them, like it helps them
Exactly.
relax and think better.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, I guess. I guess that's a good point. Cause to me, like I've just always seen it as a bro. Obviously, growing up, it was put in my head that it's a bad thing and you shouldn't like
Mm-hmm.
never do it. Like you should stay away from it at all times and whatnot. But as I grew up, I figured out okay, maybe it has some advantages, maybe it has some disadvantages, but I obviously I figured out with research and just talking to people that it's not the worst thing or it's not like necessarily a bad thing, right? It's just
Yeah.
society that that turns it into a bad thing because for whatever reason, right? That could date
Yeah.
back to the old days. I don't really know, but for whatever reason, it could be bad for you, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe hearing this, it kind of it does change my mind, but I still honestly I still believe that doing it too much is bad. Honestly.
You see, some stuff you have to experience for yourself because no matter how much research and stuff you make, not everybody is the same at the end of the day. So your results might be different from the people you've been researching. You know, there's some things you just have to experience on your own to see,
Yeah.
to get a taste of, to see what it's like.
All right. So Ian, his thing has an issue. So he said like 2 minutes. So let's just wait for 2 minutes, and then we'll when he's back, we'll keep talking. Ian?
Yeah. Okay. So this is a rumor that I heard about like a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and this was something about like people that were in the breadwinners.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like a something about like a scandal about like shoe selling. Like people were selling shoes online and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And then there was like rumors about like scams and stuff like that. And people were saying that it was people in breadwinners. Like, do you know anything about that? And if so, like, would you be willing to say if those rumors were true or not?
Just clear it up. Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know if it's true because me personally, I've never ordered shoes from anybody, so I don't know if it's true or not. So I don't know. For that, I think we would have to bring the people that started the shoe business here on the podcast
That
to
could be
see.
interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be
I think that would be a good idea actually to bring them on and talk about it because me, honestly, I have no idea. I wasn't involved in any of that, so no clue. Hmm.
Okay.
What do you like? Okay, so everyone has like someone they look up to, and like every someone. Who do you look up to? So who do you like really look up to and like makes you want to do these things?
Mm-hmm. Easy. Gary V. Simple.
Just
Gary
Yeah.
V.
just like that.
Just like that.
Did he go to college?
No. Gary V failed almost every class. That boy never focused on anything that was school related. That's for sure.
All right. So I have this one thing that I want to point out, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it might not be like I don't know. I just want your opinion on it, right? Because
All right.
a lot of times where let's take Apple for example, right? And I don't
Mhm.
know like the facts. Maybe there's better examples, but people would be like, and I think this is kind of what's like going on with you. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. But
Mhm.
let's say for like Apple, right? Let's say people. Let's say Steve Jobs failed all of his classes, right? People
Mhm.
would usually go like all of his high school classes, right? People would go, "Oh, I
I
don't
know where
need
you're
to
going.
study, right?
Uh-huh.
Or I don't need to focus in high school because
Mhm.
look at Steve Jobs. He failed all
Mhm.
of his classes and now he's like the most successful man on earth, right?"
Mhm.
Now, I just want to know what your opinion on it is because at the start, like when I saw you started talking about and how like when I saw you started talking about how big, there's a lot of big owners and like big company owners that didn't go through college or that failed all the way through high school. I feel
Mhm.
like you're just there, like, cause there are a lot of like big company owners that didn't go to high school, but or
Mhm.
that failed high school. But then again, there are a lot of like people that are doing terribly that didn't go to
Yeah.
high school,
Yeah.
and like those owners are like the 0.2% of
Yeah.
the amount of people that failed and the amount of people that didn't go to college. So I just like, what's your opinion on that? And is that what that's like happening to you?
Nah, that's definitely not what's happening to me because, like I told you, like to me, the smart thing to do if you would want to drop out is you have to have a plan. and you have to be ready to commit to it. It's like comparing yourself to Steve Jobs, to Bill Gates. I mean, come on, come on now. There, like you said, is the 0.2%.
Yeah.
But then again, do you believe in yourself enough to get to that level? Do you think you actually can get to that level? I feel like if, like, I don't know, playing, like, talking it out into the universe, it plays a big role. But are you ready to put the work it takes to actually make it happen? Because those guys, they were ready to go all in no matter what. They would be working at times where people were partying, at family
Yeah.
reunions, etc. They were ready to put in the work whenever, wherever. Are you ready to do the same? If you're not, you can't really be comparing yourself to Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. I mean, come on now. Come on. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good point.
So you said you wanted to like start film next semester
Hmm.
for college and stuff like that. Okay, so for film, because me and William are two people that we've always been into film.
Yeah, we
We've
love
been doing
editing.
film.
Yeah.
We love
Hmm.
editing. Like we just do it for fun. It's something that we do. But for me, I don't see it as a future for myself. I just see it for fun. But for
Hmm.
you, do you see it? Do you see yourself doing film in the future and stuff like that? And like, have you started? Because I've seen some videos and stuff like that. But I think
Hmm.
I've only seen one, and it was like when you went to Haiti and went to the beach and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But
Um,
yeah, go.
yeah, I've started. I've been, like I said, I've been learning. I'm actually working on a ad for a company right now, and so far it's been going good. I don't know. I feel like there could be a few. I'm not. It's not gonna be like the main thing. Like, it's not gonna be the main thing that I'm gonna be doing, but I definitely see it in my future because I've always been passionate about film editing. And like you said, it's something you do for fun. Exactly. I feel like in life you need something that you do for fun that can bring you money, etc., and makes you happy. So that would definitely be film production because I've always had a passion for filming, whether it's traveling or whatever I'm doing. I've always loved filming and editing, and it's now that I'm actually starting to take it serious and learning the ins and out, and I really love it so far. I'm not gonna lie.
So for you, it would be like for fun, right? Or
Yeah,
it wouldn't be like your number one priority.
exactly. No.
What would be your number one priority? Influencing people or just like entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship, definitely.
Right. So that kind of leads into my question. Like, where do you plan on going with the like the influencing and stuff like that? Like, where like do you plan on kind of merging it with the entrepreneurship, kind of like a Gary V like style, or do you plan on?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you plan on like still being the entrepreneur that you're going to be and stuff, but also using it to like influence people and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yes, that's the goal.
I saw that you're also starting a YouTube channel. I don't know if
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Because I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I would get a lot of people telling me to do a YouTube channel instead. And I always said, we'll see, we'll see. And then during this quarantine, like I told you, it's either you get very productive or,
I
you
just get
know,
very
you
lazy.
slack.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Let me use this time to think about what I'm going to do with the YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. Get the art ready, the cover, the banner, and all of that. And basically, all of it is done. I'm just finalizing like the edit for the video, and then we're dropping it, and we're getting something.
Is it gonna be uh is it are the videos gonna be about influencing, or are they just gonna be lifestyle videos and travel videos?
It's gonna be a mix of both.
Okay. That's so. But your first video is lifestyle and all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you working on anything right now? Like anything you wanna like on your YouTube channel? Have you started anything for like an idea that you have for a video where you just wanna start like blow it up?
I don't have anything yet, but if I'm open to any suggestions, any ideas. So if you want, just DM me, text me with your ideas, and I'll be more than happy to answer. You know.
Yeah, I have a question like um come Cristo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what.
Come to
Yeah,
Cristo.
yeah,
Yeah.
Comte Cristo. Yeah, him. I've seen his stuff. He's an amazing like filmmaker
Oh,
and
he's
editor and
great.
stuff
He
like
is
that.
great.
And you've worked with him with pictures and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you see like him? This is this something that he wants to do like as a career? And like,
Definitely.
has he taught you anything like about film and stuff like that?
Not yet because he's been super busy lately, but I'm supposed to get on a call with him. I send him my like edits and then he gives me feedback and he tells me how to make them better. So yeah, but honestly, his work is just wow.
Yeah,
His work
so
speaks for himself.
definitely one of the best like filmmakers from Haiti that I know of. Him,
Hmm.
and I don't know if you've heard of him, but Nick Six Edits, I think
Yeah,
that's his
definitely.
name.
I've worked with him as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
both
so.
two people that I found like really passionate about filmmaking that are really talented at it too.
Yeah. There's also one of them that you guys might not know because she doesn't post her work often, as I tell her to. BILLYANNAIRE is honestly hands down one of my
I've
favorite
seen her
people to
work
work with.
Yeah,
before
I think I've seen. Didn't
with the
she make an
Lycée
edit?
video
Yeah.
for
Huh?
Lycée.
Yep,
She made
she makes them with her phone, and honestly, that's just
Well,
amazing.
isn't she in
that
or
impressed me. I saw that.
yeah? Wasn't she in Breadwinners?
Yeah, she's definitely being in my team. I told her that wherever I go, she's going with me. That's for sure. You know, when you find amazing people, you can't just let them go, let them slip like that.
All right,
She's
so
definitely.
I have a question about like breadwinners, right? You see
Hmm.
all the like groups, right, or influential
Hmm.
groups. Like I don't know if you knew Team 10, like Jake Paul and all,
Hmm.
and like the Hype House and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
for breadwinners, right? I have like two questions. First, is it like a members only group, or like you can't hang around us if you're not like part of breadwinners, or you can't hang around us if you're not a breadwinner? And second, if it is there like do you guys like are you guys scouting to look for people to oh he could be a breadwinner, or is there like an application, or like what's like
You
the
see,
process?
basically me, I talk to a lot of people. Like I love networking, and I love seeing where your head is at. So I'll ask you questions without you even knowing what I'm doing. And this whole time, I've been like, I think about like what you could bring to the table,
Mm-hmm.
and like I kind of try and see where your head is at about some stuff to see if you have that kind of mindset and are you really just talking or are you actually ready to put some work behind it. We put people to the test and see how well they do. And it's I would definitely say it's like a scouting thing because sometimes you might just if you say just let anybody in, they might come and they mess with the whole vibe of the group and
Yeah.
it breaks everything. It's happened before. It's one of the reasons why we had stopped posting and everything because we let some people in just like that and it messed everything up. It messed how we worked. So definitely now it's not gonna be the same. It's gonna be scouting. We're gonna see, and yeah, if you actually are about it, if you're ready to live that breadwinner lifestyle, then hey, let's get it. And I've been scouting you guys for a while. I'm not telling you, but William, you've been on the radar. Just letting you know, man. Just letting you know.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Definitely.
But yeah, anyways.
Talking about like breadwinners, like okay, it's like a brand, it's a merch. You want to make clothing. How far into that are you in? Because breadwinner has been here for a while, and I've seen that you've been talking about making clothing and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I have so far from like when Breadwinner is starting and talking about clothing, I haven't seen much clothing and stuff like that. So like, when do you plan on starting that soon, or is that
Yes, I
still in
was
the
actually
future?
supposed to have already dropped them, and exactly while we were in about to start production, Corona came in, and we had to stop everything.
Mm.
And it was so disappointing because it's something that I had been, planning on doing for a while, and the fact that I was so close to actually releasing it, and I'm talking about the designs were like already on my computer. Like we had basically everything. We were only missing the website, and we were about to go in production, and then Corona came in. The companies called in, and they were like, they have to stop production with everything going on.
Yeah,
Blah
you
blah blah.
can't ship, like you can't ship the
Exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So that stopped everything, and now I have to wait for this to pass so I can finally drop it. Hopefully by the end of the year. But yeah.
All right, so I guess that's pretty much it. To wrap it up, just like tell us what your like future plans are, or like what the end goal is, and like how do you think you're gonna get there?
Okay, let me see. The end goal, honestly, I've always said this. I don't know. Is just use my platforms to influence as many people as I can. Like, I'm big on influencing people. Like, I love it. I love, like, some people that are down on life and it's like they're ready to give up. I like talking to those people, especially, and giving them a new perspective. So I want to touch as many people as I can. And to be honest, if that would be the only thing I could do for the rest of my life, I would definitely be happy for that because I love changing people's lives. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on using my platforms, whether YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever it is, to just keep spreading positivity. And yeah,
All right. Is there anything you want to like plug your socials or your friends or whatever?
well, you already know Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever it is. The name is BILLYANNAIRE on every social media platform. Drop a follow if you want. And definitely big shout out to these two amazing guys, Complexity Podcast. Come
Thank
on
you,
now, they're
thank you,
doing
thank
an
you.
amazing thing. And I'm really proud of you guys. Keep up the good work.